Hi, Yvonne Guibert here,
Hey there, Rafael Gonzalez here.
and we are both in Tampa, Florida, and we are so excited today to join Travis Reynolds. Hi, Travis.
Hello,
How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
We are doing great. And tell our listeners, where are you joining us from?
I am joining you from Marion, Arkansas.
Arkansas. And what's the weather like there today?
It's beautiful, 75, sunny.
Nice,
Nice.
nice.
We're having one of those days in Tampa too. Cooler weather, dry air, sunny.
Mhm.
It's nice.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. So we're talking to you today. You are a recent recipient of a Comp Laude Award. We just talked to you, what was it, 2 weeks ago when we had our
Yes,
award
ma'am.
ceremony.
Yes, ma'am.
So congratulations once again on receiving that award. So what we want to do is talk to you a little bit about that. So tell us, Travis, what was your reaction to learning that you were being recognized as a Comp Laude Award recipient this year?
Actually, I was shocked. I had no clue until all the way up to the end um, that I was even nominated or runner-up or anything. So yeah, it was pretty exciting.
Well, good. So one thing I'd like to explain for those that don't know, for several years now, we have had the injured worker category as part of our awards, and that is because we feel it's important to recognize that injured workers are at the center of everything we do in this industry, right? We're in the workers' compensation industry, and that was what David DiPaolo, when he thought about this awards, is he wanted everybody to remember there's an injured person at the center of every single thing that we do. And that's why we decided to bring the injured worker category into the mix. But we decided a few years back that it was just too difficult if we had nominations and the injured worker got to the finalist stage, which requires quite a lot of vetting. It was just too difficult to single out a single winner. Everybody's story is so remarkable. And of course, yours is truly inspiring. So we decided that if an injured workers nomination made it past the first couple of vetting stages into the finalist category, we just decided to award every injured worker in that level with an award. And so this year we had two, we had a few less this year because of COVID, we believe, but we just think it's a great way to keep people focused on, like I said, the fact that we're all in this industry, everything that we do, no matter what it is, it should be focused on the injured worker. So that's a little bit of an explanation about why we do that. Ralph, what would you like to ask Travis next?
Travis, first, man, I wanted to say what an inspiring presentation that you gave us while the award ceremony was played out. Just amazing. Your resiliency, your spirit, your grit, your determination. I mean, truly, truly inspiring. So I wanted to say thanks for that, because you've given us, all of us, an example of what it means to really, right, get back up again and fly. So really, really, my absolute pleasure, man. You deserve that. You've earned it. So I wanted to ask you, what does winning this award mean to you personally, to your family?
It means a lot. First of all, to even be considered for it, and to know on this side of it how much the process of the vetting is. And I had no clue, honestly. And I always say, and every time I go and tell my story, that I didn't get here on my own. And it was a group effort from my wife and my family and my friends and my caseworker and everybody involved, Nucor. It means a lot. Words can't explain it. Through everything that I've been through, and to know that there's somebody out there that cares. And I didn't even know Comp Laude existed this time last year. I have no clue. So yeah, it really means a lot. It really does.
Oh, well, thanks for sharing that. Well, I know that you and I have had a couple of emails back and forth, and I know that I hope I'm not being too forward by saying this, but I feel like you're now part of the family I think that
Thank you.
you're going to be an integral part because you've shared an interest in learning more about what you can do. So I'm super excited to have you involved, and we love to have more injured workers involved in the process because, like I said, it's what it's all about. It's why we do it and why we do what we do. So I probably spilled the beans a little too early, but can you share what are your plans of how you continue to be a positive influence in the workers' compensation industry? I mean, let me just say, I echo what Raphael said. You're already such a tremendous positive influence, but by sharing your story and telling your story, I think that's just a great inspiration to many folks. But how do you personally plan to continue that positivity and positive influence in our industry?
Well, first of all, I'm going to continue to keep sharing my story. Um, and I kind of want to back up just a little bit. I never would have picked safety as my career. And I was talking to somebody about this today. If you would have said you're going to go in safety, I probably would have laughed at them. Not that I didn't care about safety, but that's where it starts first. And if that is at that time where I would have started first going into the steel industry, I probably wouldn't be here today. So if we can prevent it and prevent people from getting injured, that's where I want to start first. But secondly, yeah, I want to continue to share my story, how I got hurt and how we can help prevent that happening to somebody else. But in the work comp industry, now that I know about Comp Laude, I plan on being heavily involved. So, it's just kind of opened up a whole new door for me to share and help.
Well, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that because like I said, I'm happy to know that you're interested, and we definitely, I know Raphael will back me up on this. We need to hear more from injured workers in our industry. I think it's going to be super beneficial.
Thank you. I look forward to it.
I am so glad that you decided to do that, Travis. We're grateful, really, for your volunteering to join us and deciding, right, to be a part of it, because you said it already, and it really is at the core preventing the accident, right?
Mm-hmm.
Making sure that these type of situations never take place. That's the best solution. So if we can make sure that we can deliver that message to all employers and employees out there, what a win, man. And for you to be a part of that, hallelujah, touchdown.
Well, okay, let's see. What else do we need to ask? So we covered a lot of ground. Again, so I continue to say I echo what Raphael said, but just so inspired and touched by your willingness to share your story and being so open about it. I think by doing that, you're really opening up a lot of doors to future conversations. And like you said, sharing your story in a way that talks about safety, definitely going to help people in the future. So let's finish by saying or asking you to share, what is the one takeaway you would like to leave with the industry today after learning about Comp Laude, knowing about, sharing your story and that we want more injured worker involvement, knowing about how you've already been providing your time and your story and your service to the industry, but what's your takeaway? What do you want people to know?
I'd like people to know that, like I said earlier, one, it starts with safety. Prevention is always going to be number one. And second, accidents happen. We're all human. We all make mistakes. And unfortunately, it's a part of the industry. It's going to happen at some point or at some time or another. And then when it does happen, and for the industry to step up and reach out, that's what made a big difference in my case. And I can honestly say that's part of the success of my case. Is if Nucor hadn't reached out like they had, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking to you. But at day one, they were literally in the hospital with my wife by my side saying, hey, what's his treatment plan going to look like? Is he going to need this? What's the family going to need? They had a plan from day one, but what's that going to look like? And if they hadn't have been there, we would have been lost. And I mean, I've heard so many tragic stories where it's gone the other direction. And all it would have took was communication, reaching out to the family and asking, hey, what do you need? Is there anything that I can do for you? Can we have somebody mow your yard? Can we set up a meal plan for you? And, you know, making that initial investment in that person go a long ways.
That's a really important message. So, like I said, so grateful, so humbled that you are now an alumni of the Comp Laude Award family. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I look forward to getting to know you more over the coming year. And Raphael, any parting words?
So meaningful, Travis. I mean, man, it doesn't get any better, because you're right. I mean, it is maybe as simple as that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Communicating,
Sure.
acknowledging, and just asking, what can I do? How can I make it better?
Yeah.
Thank you, Travis, man. I
Yes,
really,
sir.
I'm so grateful, so appreciative.
Thank you. Thank you,
So,
Yvonne.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Raphael.
Congrats once again on receiving the award, and we hope to see you in Huntington Beach next year.
I'll be there.
Awesome. All right. Until then, hasta luego.
Bye.